we're going to talk about one of the most OP legendary heroes in Dragonheir Silent Gods, and this is a new one for Season 3. I'm absolutely in love with this guy. I use him on every single team I have. It's like cheating. It's like if you have Garius and you get the Gatekeeper staff, the one that turns healing into shielding. In the game, if you play the game, then it completely changes. It's just so much easier. This is that legendary, and it's Snarl. He's on my team right now. He's the fire high elf that's got a two-handed sword. He's right there on the far right. This guy is unreal. Not only can he make any kind of Vortex team unkillable, that's right, an unkillable team. If you're bringing in Zephy and Ogok, you go to 150 stacks, and then this boss will hit through that unkillable. Snarl will do the same thing. He'll put that on one person, and then he'll do awesome heals, along with, if you have the Gatekeeper staff, a legendary artifact, he'll do massive shields. But here you're going to see the boss do the lightning strike down on Ardrith right now. And then what I would do is I would protect her to not take any damage at all. Right now, I don't need to because it's kind of early times in the battle. We'll skip forward a little bit. But later on, you're going to need to. And if you can protect that one person, then your whole team is going to stay alive because you're doing crazy heals with Snarl, the same high elf, and you're doing shields if you have shields. But even if you don't have the Gatekeeper staff, it's okay because this guy does decrease attack of 50% at 100% uptime. That, my friends, is a totally different game you're playing then. If you can go in and fight Grave of Venom, the Harpy, and get up decrease attack, you know how much easier it is? You know, you're trying to get it up, you get decrease attack up, and it's an easy game. You just go right through it. This guy does that. He has an irresistible decrease attack. I think he's the only hero in the game that has an irresistible debuff. And that means a lot. How many times have you gone into something like Ancient Battlefield, had 300 accuracy? It says you only need like 270 to have the highest chance to do it. And you fail that decrease attack when the boss does its ultimate ability and die. And you're like, what is going on? Then you try to go up to like 350 accuracy, 400 accuracy. Same thing will happen from time to time. This guy can never fail applying it. He will always apply decrease attack. And you know how easy that is when you're coming up through the game? Of course, late game, super easy when you've got all that gear. You're much stronger. Like right now, my team's pretty strong. We're only on day 16, but I've been using this guy since day 1. And he's been doing the same exact thing, protecting whoever's about to die to make sure they can't take damage. Right after that 5 seconds of them being protected, like she is right there, she took no damage. He heals everyone. And then, of course, I do have the Gatekeeper staff, so it's even more impressive because now look at that shield. Now we're shielded. And the boss can't break that shield easily because he's always got decrease attack up. That's nuts. So easy to gear. What do you got to do to get him to heal and do damage? Attack. You just throw on a whole bunch of attack on this guy. You don't worry about anything else. We don't need the accuracy. We don't have to worry about being resisted or missing that debuff. The thing is with this game, just like Summoner's War and Raid Shadow Legends, they've always left in a very small percentage to not land a debuff. And it's kind of old school and really shouldn't be in this type of game, but it is. So there's like a 3% or a 5% chance to always miss a debuff no matter what kind of accuracy you have. That's why getting 400 accuracy, when it tells you to have 300, it doesn't make any difference. You still have that really small percentage chance no matter what to miss, to not land it, even when you have a 100% chance to try to apply it. That's why this guy, cue him in, and Snarl just takes care of that. We no longer have to worry about it. Plus, he's got 3 chances on his battle skill. 3 random enemies will be hit with decreased attack. Three different enemies for sure. It's not even a chance because it can't be resisted. Then his ultimate will hit everybody in its decreased attack. And then the healing is nuts. Now, take into consideration we're doing decreased attack on this Vortex boss 100% of the time. My main DPSer down there, Amon, the mermaid, the exclusive mermaid, actually was lucky enough to get a 3-piece gear set that we do additional damage from the difference of our attack to the boss's attack. Up to 50% additional damage. Now, you know, with the boss having 50% less attack the whole entire time, she's really benefiting from that gear. So whenever you have that gear with Snarl, There you go. Ancient Battlefield. We take him into Ancient Battlefield. Sonaro does do those buffs when he does his ultimate, but they only last for 5 seconds. So you make sure that he does his ultimate 6 seconds before the boss does his ultimate, so he doesn't strip buffs and get stronger. You take him into Heretical Runes, decrease attack all around, healing all around. I mean, it's great. You bring him in any single dungeon. Of course, Grave of Curse, Grave of Rot, any of the domains. I mean, whatever you have. If you're sleeping on this guy, please do not sleep on him. Is he worth scrolls? Absolutely worth scrolls. Is he worth bringing into your Vortex team early game and late game? Yes. If you can work him into your team and do him just like I'm doing, right? You have to manual though, but I've got him set off of auto right now. You can see at the bottom. So right after Ardrith goes, I've got the timing set up to know then I need to apply this onto her. Now, sometimes I do mess up and I'll apply it on the person left of her or the right. Now he's at 150 stacks. So the boss ate through it, right? At 150 stacks, the boss eats through invincibility. But that's okay. That's just like if you had Zephy and Ogok. That's the same thing as that unkillable team. Right now, this boss would have killed somebody on that team as well. But probably less likely to kill us now because still that decreased attack is up the whole entire time. And we've got shields up. He's only killing somebody when he does that big nuke, the second ability. This guy is great. Now, there are other people like Mithrasy. There's Pholosia that has the vest on that makes her very OP. So there are a lot of other heroes that are very OP. So don't worry about this guy getting nerfed. I just think that I'm going to use him every day until the end of the season. And next season, I plan on using him every day as well. Like I said, beginning stages, when you don't even have to worry about gear and accuracy, he's crazy. And then later on, he's crazy. I will be using him all the time on my Vortex team and all the way to the end boss and anything else I fight. Let me know how you feel about him down below. I could show you more team comps. I could show you all my saved team comps. It's all the same thing. It's got him in there. It's got Ardrith in there. I've got some DPS with them. That means I've got my tank. Ardrith is making us do more healing, which he does massive healing. And then he puts those shields on with the Gatekeeper staff, the legendary artifact on him. And then later on, when I'm able to farm gear, the chest piece on season 3, where we have a 50% chance to do 50% more healing and 50% more shielding, he's going to be insane. Let me know how you're enjoying Sonaro. Let me know if you're going to go after him when you get into season 3 on that banner. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you all in a video soon.